What is going on, everybody? We're back on it. One Piece 611. We know the setting. Crazy. A lot going on. We finally found the samurai son. He's this little baby dragon. I don't know if he grows bigger or will grow bigger with his age. Who knows what's going on with that? Hopefully, maybe he flies? Luffy can ascend with him? We'll see. That's pretty much where we're at. You guys know everything else. The entire squad, minus Frankie, is going up against Monette and her Snow, Logia, Devil's Fruit. Smoker and Law are dealing with Virgo. And currently, nobody is fighting Caesar at the moment. Let's see what we get. See what we get. Does he turn back into a human? Does his dad know that he changes back and forth? I do like the design. Very Shenron. He's been stuck down here too. He thinks it's like the one he ran into earlier. Yeah. So we've ran into 3 dragons this arc. That one. The other one that was created. And then I guess he's created as well. And Eel is talking to me. They're both hungry. So did they dump him down here? Like just down the trash chute? What the hell? Just making sure that's recording. He's talking about samurai ways too and shit. They hate pirates. I forgot. Or at least his dad does. I don't know if the rest of the samurais do. That dragon doesn't look big enough to take flight on his back even if he could. He's been here for 10 days. Did he come here as a dragon? Or did they turn him into one? Like, did he already have this ability? I don't even know. Oh, here's the flashback. Let's see how we got here. Why they got him all blacked out like that? Yeah, you're on edge just like your dad. Why won't they show us what he looks like? That girl looks like the one that got caught up in the Fishman arc that like softened some of them towards humans. The one earlier that was getting tested and she was like, what happened to the boy? Where's he at here? Why won't they show us what he looks like? I mean, I know for suspense purposes and shit, but come on now. Does he just stay hungry? Holy shit. Snack is massive. candy. Surely, if they're going to give us this entire flashback, we eventually see what he ends up looking like, right? He wasn't on the boarding list? How did he find himself stuck on this ship then? Doing kid shit? Being somewhere he shouldn't be? I'm starting to think more and more that this place turned him into a dragon. Is that the room that Caesar's currently in right now? That like big experiment room? No, it looks like he's maybe in the hall that was... There's a devil's fruit. I think that is the room that Caesar's in right now. It is, I think. He sees it and thinks it... Why is that just sitting there? I mean, devil's fruits could be sitting anywhere, but like... If you know that this room is destructed and everything, XYZ, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. There's a pristine devil's fruit just sitting in there. Nobody wanted to take that, get rid of it. I'm not going to take it as nobody knew because look at what it's sitting in. He just came across a devil's fruit that was just in peak condition inside of a room. Just got his hands on a devil's fruit. That looks like the room that Caesar's currently operating from. Yeah, we're all trying to get the hell out of here. She even sounds like the girl from the Fisherman arc. And I can't remember what she looked like exactly because her hair wasn't as like upkept and everything as this girl's is. So maybe it's just a similar face. Fuck. It's always wild because, like, how would you even know? Like, how does the devil's fruit like, how does it activate, you know? It's just turning him in, but then how does he know how to turn back? I mean, I'm sure, you know, devil's fruit, they figure it out. But I feel like it could be very, very like X-Men mutant getting their powers for the first time. It's like, I don't know how that just activated or how that just turned on or why that just became a thing. Now in this world you can choose, you know, you can get your hands on a devil's fruit and shit. Like Luffy, just eating shit. This boy just eating shit. He's flying. These people just getting their hands on stuff. You don't know what you just consumed. So what triggered the dragon transformation right there? Just because, like, if you consume a devil's fruit that changes you, it'll take active initially? A man-made devil's fruit? Is that what you just said? Did he say man-made devil's fruit? Are... To my thought process, devil's fruits were never... It was never a man-made thing, right? So now we gotta sit here and ask our questions of like, shit. What is and what isn't a man-made devil's fruit? And like, what are the heights that man-made Devil's Fruits can reach. Literally pick any ability you want. Anything. What the hell? Man-made Devil's Fruit, but they said it was a failure. Why was it a failure? Is he just gonna be stuck like that forever? Yeah, back to the Devil's Fruit, it's like, I could see, you'd figure out Luffy just consumed a Devil's Fruit or what just happened to him because he's rubber. It's like, alright, get his little ass out of here. You go to grab him by the shoulder or arm, his arm just extends, you're like, okay, something happened. If you have something that like turns you into a dragon, or produces ice, or snow, whatever, how do you, when is the circumstance that you would ever trigger the ability to be like, oh shit, I have abilities? Is he saying something that us, the viewer, don't already know? Like him being a piece of shit, using them for experiments, turning them into giants, taking them from their kids. Is this going to be new groundbreaking information? I think we knew that. Master Caesar Clown. Run. Run, 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 run. Yeah, he's a pretty piece of shit. Do we not know? I mean, we still don't know what secrets Chopper has found out about it, as far as like, can he stop this? Can he turn them back to normal size? Can we get past the 5-year buffer? They blacked out Luffy's eyes. You already know what that means. Luffy's about to get serious. The fact that it shouldn't even take that, but... I'm Spider-Man after all. My friends are handling it. Just gotta get past that snowy bitch first. Y'all gotta get a snack. It was one that failed. They said it was man-made. We don't know the drawback to this shit. And man-made Devil's Fruit just unlocks so much depth and possibility. What's this, Super Saiyan Glow? Is he gonna start thinking we're crazy as shit and start attacking us? Episode was going so good and now we get this. We don't have time for this. We got like 3, 4. Is he producing Nimbuses? I think he is. I thought they were just doing some like comedic thing. Hey, Shenron, Nimbus us the fuck out of here then, buddy. Let's get the Smoker fight. Damn it. Gotta carry Brooks' body while he looks. Yeah, that guy's Zoro. We're chilling. We're chilling. I want us to kind of just team up with them just so we can get the Momo storyline wrapped up. Or a dragon. Okay, maybe we end the episode with this right here. Here we go. Alright, and you guys have told me that you can put armament hockey on anything. You can put it on a pen, piece of paper, whatever. So they're both armamenting, but there's got to be levels to it. You can't just like, oh, just because I know it and you know it, it's just going to be infinite stalemate. No. It's got to be like my armament hockey's at like a 10, yours might be sitting at like a 2. Like, yes, you have it and it's strong, but like there's levels to this shit. I mean, a lot of them got turned into that ash smoke nonsense. Nice. That's a great shot. Ooh. He armamented his elbow. And did we ever get an explanation on C Prism weapons? Can I make like C Prism bullets, arrows, XYZ, and they'll still be effective? Will they weaken Devil's Fruit users or anything like that? Would they make contact? Could a C Prism weapon solidify a Logia user that I 100% make contact with? They're really gonna spam crank out every POV in the final 4 minutes of the episode? Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. Man's literally punting people. I mean, at least it's getting them to safety. So that group is going to be converging on us here shortly. Candy. Candy. Chopper, nobody's going to listen to anything you got to say. Yeah, Robin, scope of the scene, girl. Somebody analyze this. What the fuck is that? Those massive ice picks she's running around with. Zoro, have some respect here, buddy. I was about to say, come handle this bitch. We don't got time for this shit. Yes, you know the name. You know the name. Come on now. It's not sweet. Episode's gonna end here before they actually start throwing hands. I'm here for this. Yeah, end it. Get me out of here. Yeah. I get it. I thought the smoker appearing behind. Yeah, I thought this was the shot of the episode for sure. Okay, nothing too crazy. We got a quick. It's essentially a Momo sauce. What the hell is his name? Just call him Momo. We got his backstory. I still don't. I might have missed it. Did we get clarification on how he ended up on that ship? Because I assumed it was just kind of like all the other kids. You know, they prey on them, they go to these islands, they scoop them up, they claim it as, you know, missing child, blah, 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 whatever. But they were talking about they didn't even have him on the logs and shit. So I'm thinking, like, did he just stumble on a ship accidentally, running away, trying to prove something, blah, 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 XYZ. They didn't show us his character design. And they made the comment that, because nothing about his backstory was crazy or anything like that. We had a couple cool shots. Zoro will get to match up with the bird girl, whatever. They have been doing this the last handful of episodes, kind of like dropping us gems to at least hold on to and discuss. The Doflamingo involvement, the backstory between them, Virgo's memories, the snow fruit, blah, 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 XYZ. Some things to discuss, even though some of the episodes have been pretty dry lately. He made the comment, a man-made devil's fruit. I don't think I've ever had anybody mention anything about devil's fruits being man-made. It never crossed my mind that they could be man-made now, because we've heard things of like Vegapunk making things consume devil's fruit. Like he'll take this cup right here, right? And he'll eat a snow fruit, and now I've got a cup that. But then, like, do they become sentient? I don't know. That's a whole other question. Like, cause didn't one of the Marines way back at Water 7, I think? Didn't he have a sword that turned into an elephant? But didn't he have a sword eat an elephant fruit? You would think that though, if you're making objects eat devil's fruit, they have to be Zoan type so that they have some type of mental to consume. If I have a, I'm not even gonna say that cup. In that same instance, that gun or that sword that Marine used that consumed the elephant fruit or whatever. If I had that same sword or fruit consume Luffy's rubber fruit, how would the sword or gun even have a consciousness to bounce back and forth or even do anything with the fruit? I think it has to be Zoan types, no? Just so that there's a mental behind the actions of doing something? Who knows? Regardless. So we've heard that. We're like, it's not the other way around. It's like, oh, that elephant ate a gun fruit. That's easy. People are like, no, it was the other way around. I'm like, what the hell? So we know there's already some type of play going on there. But it never crossed my mind that the devil's fruits themselves could also be man-made. So it's like, where does the line end? And then what could you turn that devil's fruit into being? I don't know the advancement of how far that they've come, but like, can I mix multiple within one? Can I be like a lightning, ice, smoke, Logia user all wrapped in one? And then if I'm man-making it, does that mean I can create duplicates of others? Can I create another rubber fruit since it's man-made? Or another gum fruit or whatever you want to... I don't know. I feel like the possibilities could be endless depending on if the story themselves put regulations on it and tells us like, okay, you can get away with this, but you can't do that. And then they said it was a failed one. So what the drawbacks are on that, who knows? But it never crossed my mind because we saw them like, we've seen, I think, one instance of it naturally, like the devil's fruit naturally respawning back out in the wild. And that was this same exact arc. So it's like, okay, that's pretty natural. It comes from the earth. It's its own thing. But then the man-made comment is crazy. Absolutely crazy. And he's over there summoning Nimbus clouds and just all this other stuff. So that's some interesting discussion. We've still got this fight going on. Other questions about Sea Prism weapons and what they could and couldn't do. And we'll go ahead and leave it there. We will leave it there. Appreciate it, everybody. Like, share, favorite, subscribe, and as always,